Scorpio, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. This is an energy reading, so please take it where and how it resonates in your life. This is your message, and if you're not a Scorpio, it's absolutely your message. It would only come to you if you called it in. So it only shows up at just the right time, and this, all of this, is where your message begins. Oh, so let's see, Scorpio. The first thing so the first two cards out were these two, and immediately I said you're deciding a way forward. You were choosing between two different, either it was passions or two different desires, or you were choosing between definitely two different options, right? One that is safe, one that is known. And one that you've been thinking about, wanting, desiring, trying to figure out. It's implied by the presence of the Queen of Swords, who figures things out. She's a strategist. She's objective. This could even be counseling of some sort, stuck between two different desires and getting counseling of some sort. But this is your deciding, because you've got those that Queen of Swords there. She's my logistics card. She's the one that says we're going to go in this direction. And then we have this, which is still undecided. There's a lot of indecision here. So at least it's almost like you made a decision and then you thought harder about it, or you want more information. We have the Hermit energy. So either you're dealing with a Virgo, or there's an energy of deciding to go it alone, or it's almost like I hear 2, 2, 2, but then you get the Virgo energy, but you're still by yourself, but you still have to do it on your own. And maybe that was a solution that you were considering. Don't make a decision, do it your own way. This Hermit energy is, I'm going inward, I'm being introspective, I have to dig deeper. I'm also investigating. This is very investigative energy, to learn, to understand. But then we have another 2. And that is the 2 of Cups, which is what I showed you when we started the reading. So you are definitely deciding. You are definitely caught in this decision. You are deciding. Yeah, you are, but you're stuck in some way. Because the Hermit is a very different energy than the 2 of Cups. There's so much confusion here. And I'm supposed to be the one figuring it out for you. It's like you made a decision to go one direction, and then more information came in that confused you, and so you decided to go by yourself, or to take time by yourself, or to think about it. You're confusing yourself because you're digging so deep. If you made a decision with your heart, you'd already know where you were. Make the decision, God. What do they need to make? What decision do they need? What does this need to do? What is Scorpio supposed to do? Which direction are they going in? We have more of a story. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what's going on right now, because I feel it. I'm an energy reader. I don't know. I don't talk to spirits. I don't talk to any. I'm just an energy reader. So I channel the collective consciousness of whatever zodiac sign I'm focused on. And Scorpio, what I know right now is you're intentionally throwing more information at me so that I don't solve it, because being confused is solving a problem for you. It's solving the problem of not having to face a reality that you don't want to face. Only I'm Cancerian, so you can't lie to me. We have this conflict. There's a lot of other people involved in this situation. There's a lot of craziness, and there's too much chaos. right? And it's petty shit. All right, that's the truth of the situation. There's Three of Pentacles, this sense of, but I want to feel good about myself. I'm doing good work. You know, I produce something that's worthwhile. I am worthwhile. There are people who notice me. There are plenty of people who praise me and tell me. Maybe competitors that want to keep up with you, but there are plenty of people who will praise you and be interested in you. This is a sense of understanding it and knowing it, but never believing it or honoring it. And no matter how fortunate something is, there's always this perpetual state of disappointment. Perpetual state of disappointment. Why? Because your focus in this situation is on what can't be or what doesn't work, instead of looking around and facing what could. You see, there's the Two of Cups again. So there is some energy here that wants to connect with you, support you, and love you. But instead, or appreciate you, because this doesn't have to be romance. But instead, for some reason, you are captivated by or obsessed with these Three of Cups that are all fallen over. This maybe third-party situation that you are involved in, this competitive situation. For some reason, you want to fix that, understand it, know it, or figure that out before being capable of turning around and actually getting what is really healthy for you, which is what wants to support you, what wants to appreciate you, and what will fulfill you. Now, you might already have a wonderful relationship. If so, this has been distracting you from that relationship. And it's not this a third-party situation distraction, but it's like, it's almost like taking for granted something, taking something for granted because you're fixated on, or somebody you're dealing with is fixated on what didn't work out, what's causing them distress, what failed. And ultimately, let me say this in terms of energy, when you focus on what failed, you just get more failure. That's all. So what's Scorpio supposed to do? What's Scorpio supposed to do? Well, they need, I don't think you want an answer. We're going to give it to you though. Scorpio, this is you. You're supposed to let it end. You're supposed to be done. You're supposed to, yes, be yourself, but no, you're supposed to final, done. It's supposed to end. It's toxic. So there's something toxic here that is stealing your attention and distracting you. And I hear it from like a lot of dating coaches, and once again, this does not have to be about dating, but it's them that often say it. The longer you waste with the wrong one, the longer it takes for the right one to come in. Or even, I mean, the right one could be like right in front of your face right now. You wouldn't be seeing them. You know, this is an energy of, maybe it's distracting because you feel you got an ending taken away from you, or somebody ended things in a sneaky way. But that's all you should need to know about. And Scorpio, if somebody's trying to sneak with you, you'll know it. You know immediately. And so that's all you should need to know. What they took or why, fuck the why. People get so hung up with the why. The why don't matter at all. No. The why is something that we ponder and chase because we don't want to face the truth of it happened. Right? Because absolutely this toxicity is distracting you. Distracting you from what, you know, from like, see, look it, he's running with fucking knives, and he's not even, he's running forward, but he's looking back with knives. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. All this is serving is a toxic distraction. Look what you could be looking at. This is a Virgo energy again. I don't know if you're dealing with a Virgo, but let me tell you this. Not all zodiac signs are created equal. This would not be a low vibrational person. This would be a low vibrational person that you're dealing with, even if they're not a Virgo. But I think what you're not focused on is just your own sense of certainty, your own sense of self-assuredness and health. Something is stealing your healthiness and even parts of success for you. You're in a really good spot, but this getting involved in this drama, getting it is honestly distracting you from it. Now, it's almost like in some ways you got to admit you just want a little spice in your life. You just want a little spice in your life because maybe shit got boring. Okay, as long as you know that and you don't let it distract you from, the boring, which is the actual value. The actual value. Because there's this toxicity, I'll say this right now, this toxicity is stealing your value. It's stealing your possibility, your potential. It's even stealing in some ways, your centeredness or your... Yeah, it's stealing your centeredness. Let's get a moon card. No, let's do these cards first. I don't know why. It's time to go. Cards want you to move forward and move on from this. That's pretty direct, right? Move forward and move on from this. Start over and breathe. God is saying to you, nothing that has happened so far can bring you down permanently. You've not done any permanent damage. It's just a distraction and stupid and a waste of time, but you will get all that back. So at this point, if you move forward, wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to center yourself again and get out of this shitty circumstance. Right now, if you do it now, you do it in the next week, you haven't wasted anything. You haven't lost anything. You haven't damaged anything permanently. This is the time to just cut and fucking run with this. This is the kind of thing, especially if it's a job. Jobs, it can get really, really complicated when you get into this kind of stuff because we need to work, right? We need to make the money. We have bills to pay and all this stuff. But it's almost like, example, because I've been given all these romance examples. You just got a job. It pays right and it's paying the bills and you're enjoying that. But then, you're starting to hate these people that you work with. You're starting to hate this pettiness. You're learning about the company and they're not really, yes, they pay you what they pay you, but and that's paying your bills and you need it, but it's coming at a higher price than it's supposed to. It's almost like God is saying, cut and fucking run. Cut and fucking run. Now is the time to cut and fucking run because you can get out of this unscathed. You don't need to worry about any kind of permanent damage. That's not something that you need to even think about right now. You don't have to think about it. All you got to do is realize you're still above this. You're still beyond this. Even if you've wallowed in shit a little bit, or fuck stuff up, you can still walk away from this and be completely clean and and I'm not saying this because you're embarrassed, but not have anybody none the wiser. Right? The shit's not gonna stick right now. And God's saying you cut and run now. Now, once again, it's harder for jobs. So maybe you don't leave your job, but you get back, you update your resume, you get back on those apps and those sites and you put your resume back out there. Because what God is clearly saying to you is that this shit's not getting better. The shit's not clearing up. And the more you allow it to distract you or the farther you go, you heard that what is this? Supposed to be a Japanese proverb. I don't know if it is. I heard it on the internet. The farther you go head in the wrong direction, the more expensive the ticket back. You already know you're going in the wrong direction. It's been confirmed you're going in the wrong direction. This ain't the right thing. You better get the fuck off on that next stop. Get the fuck off on that next stop. It'll be $5. You'll forget about it. You'll get home even in the normal amount of time. Nobody's none the wiser. You're unscathed. You can wash it off now. If you don't cut and run now, it is not going to get better. It's going to get more extreme because you already have the toxicity here. It's trapped you. It's probably something that needs your help. That's what it's probably tempting you with. You know, I want you to fix me. I want you to help me. I think I could help you. This person knows you well enough to know that's how they get you hooked. If it's a person you're dealing with, even if it's a boss that you're dealing with, that they know it well enough to be very manipulative. They walk in silence. That's why Virgo energy keeps coming up. They do things on the down low. And you're already aware. And so that should not be a place that you're deciding to stay. Because honestly, Scorpio, lies, if anything repulses a Scorpio, it's lies. You can deal a lot with toxicity, but when it comes to lies, you don't deal in that stuff. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of deception here, and you already know it. So I'm not sure why you're even tempted to stay around it. I know why. Because there's a little part of you, and this is adults only, who is getting your rocks off by this shit. And the truth is, you need a distraction because there's something, including boredom. You may feel guilty that you're bored because your life is so good right now. And now it's like, oh, but it's not seedy enough. It's not dangerous enough. It's not, we're all our own worst enemy. I can't tell you that it's not toxic. This is in the past. This is interesting. These two cards came up. A personal issue reaches resolution. Oh, that's why this is hanging on. Something in the past with family or close to your heart, or this was your childhood, did not get resolved. And nothing will come of this situation, but that's in reverse too. So there was a toxic situation that continues to cling to you. And you continue to cling to it. And you have worked very, very hard to establish yourself and put yourself moving in the right direction. But Scorpio, for some reason, this is bringing up those things that make you feel on some level, this is what's it's triggered. If I can resolve this, if I can make this situation right, I can make this situation right. You can't. This is your new life. This is your new way of being. Don't let the past suck you back. It's got a very toxic tether in you. And that's the weakness. That's the trigger point. Let's go to the extended. We got a lot more to talk about. The link is down below. I'll see you guys there.